What up, my man of society? It is your host with the most, Shadow Look, back at you with another video. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. It's absolutely free. That is how you help my channel get into the algorithm. Highly appreciate if you go ahead and do that. Now, what I wanted to talk about was something I was having a conversation with this individual, right? And he said that, why is it that it seems like the Northerners are more connected and more united than the Southerners? That the Southerners seem like dysfunction, meaning like the rap game individuals, right? Like how the Northerners support each other more, and the Southerners, tend to beef it with each other, And why is that? See, there's a difference between our programs. You know what I mean? I can't speak in behalf of the North because I'm not from the North, right? But they have more of a unity type thing, right? Like where they're all representing the same cause and they're all norteños and yada yada yada. Even though individuals say that some do tend to be, it's more united. While out here in Southern California, the unity stops outside the gates of the jail and prison walls. That's where the unity stops at. Once you leave those walls, you're on your own, bro. It's every man for themselves. It's a dog-eat-dog game. You know what I'm saying? The program stops there. So don't think just because you're a Southerner that don't expect something from another Southerner. Like, don't expect that homies to have your back and stuff like that. You know what I mean? If you're not from their barrio, you on your own, my boy. That's how they gonna see it. That's just the way it is. You know what I mean? Call it dumb, call it whatever you want to call it, but it's just the way the program is. And so, people are more prideful, and with all the vital warfare that there is down south, people have a little bit more sense of pride in the areas they come from. Like for example, the Lefty Gunplay. I'm going to use that as an example. How people are saying that he's the face of LA, and then you have a lot of people in the comments saying that he's the face of Baldwin Park or the SGV. Individuals are going to be prideful in the city that they come from, and if you're not from the area, you're just not going to be able to represent it. You know what I mean? Like, I can't say that I represent for LA. You know what I mean? I put it down for my barrio and my city. But because that's the area I come from. But it's not like homies in the Valle, like let's say in the San Fernando Valley, are not going to be happy. Let's say some guy from a different area like Pacoima or San Fernando representing cities like Sylmar or some valley or North Hollywood and stuff like that. You get me? Same like in Orange County, you're not going to have somebody from Santana saying they represent Anaheim or Costa Mesa or places like that, right? Same with LA. You're not gonna have somebody from the Southeast or from the West Side or from Baldwin Park or Puente representing different areas in LA. Because you're gonna be like, nah, they're not from LA. Even though we're all Southern California, individuals are prideful in the areas and cities they come from. I.e. Riverside. All these areas are divided and split. You know what I mean? Like, the Valle, San Fernando, SD, and then even by cities amongst our own areas, right? Like, nah, I'm from Santana, I'm from Anaheim, I'm from, Pico Rivera, I'm from, Commerce, I'm from East LA, I'm from Boyle Heights. You get what I mean? There's a sense of pride in these areas, and people are going to be like, well, that fool's not from my area, or he's not, you know what I mean? He doesn't get to represent us, While Northerners seem to be more cool with it, like, yeah, it's all North Side, it's all, Norteños, and it's all gravy, they show love to each other and everything like that. But down here, they're going to be like, nah, homie, Chales, that fool's not from my area. You know what I mean? It's a whole lot of ego tripping on our side, bro. Like, but that's because that's how we're raised to be. We're raised to never let ourselves and to have pride in that our battles are all number one. So anybody you ask out there from Southern California, they're gonna say that their hood is number one. And then everyone else comes after. And with everyone feeling the same way, you can't have everyone being number one. That you get these clash of egos. You get what I'm saying? That's why you see more dysfunction down here. Because we're just raised a little bit, chaotic and ruthless, como dicen, you know what I mean? But yeah, it's just like a sense of like, pride in the areas that we come from. And, and like I said, our programs are just different and you can see it, right? Now, I'm not going to say that that's for better or for worse, but that's just the way it is. You know what I mean? That's why I try to tell people you can't expect to hold, one side to the same standards as the other side, because they're just two different sides, you know. So people trying to, have some individuals carry themselves like other individuals when they're not the same thing is just, idiotic. You know what I mean? But overall, that's just a small breakdown, right? And answering that question, I'm we out.